Hello YouTubes, there's Tavita, the 2019 Honda Goldwing Tour DCT. We're watching the Mike Healy 7 channel, motovlogger since 2006, 7 technically, 6 member of YouTube, 7 motovlogger. How many years is that? 16 years? Something like that. Ugh. An OG of the motovlogging. 21,224 miles on the odometer. And we're gonna go. Alright. .6:58 p.m. on the 7th of June 2022. Ooh, there's one of them Ford Mavericks, I think. Is that a Maverick or a Ranger? Oh, that's a Ranger. Nice looking truck. Beautiful sky today. I don't know if you guys can see that, but pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Alrighty then, here we are, riding home. It's a beautiful day. Long day. I started today at 7 online, and then I rode in at 9 to be on campus, and now it's basically 7 p.m. and I'm going home. Long day. That's 12 hours. Oof. But that's typical for the summertime, 4 days a week, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever the case may be. And I have 3 days off. Alright, so what am I going to talk about today? Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take you home a different way with me. We're going to go down here straight. Instead of turning left as I usually do, we're going to turn. We're going to turn later left. Let's put it that way. I don't want to go to Sheetz for gas ever again if I can help it. I'll tell you why. You go to the gas station that everybody goes to, and contractors are very abundant in this area, and I don't want to run over their nails bouncing around in the beds of their truck. I don't want to risk that. So what I will do is go to Harris Teeter gas or Costco gas. Sorry about getting all silent on you there for a second. I was feeling a little bit like the bike was squirrely. Even right now I'm feeling it. The front end feels a little bit squirrely, so I was checking my tire pressure and it was fine. So I don't know why the bike feels so squirrely. Maybe we're just not used to it, or maybe the wind is pushing me around a bit. I don't know. Got this truck up my butt, So I'm trying to be careful. I'm going to be making a left soon. I don't want to go around this guy and cut him off just to make a left. I hate when people do that to me. Feel a bit more comfortable now. Clicked into sport mode. I thought I might have to rush across that highway, but apparently I don't. So let me 2, 3 back into tour. Okay, all is right with the world again as I pass by these lovely tobacco drying barns. Beautiful area here. The last of the farms, right? Isn't this pretty? I think this is just the most beautiful kind of thing. Just very country, very clean and nice. Just gotta love it. You gotta appreciate the small things. So I was talking to a student today. That's one of the reasons I'm coming home so late. I was advising and he had all kinds of issues going on in the computer, so I had to work through those. I'm still working through it, but tomorrow we'll continue. And one of the things I love is when someone is interested in learning new things. And when that learning is kind of philosophical or science type stuff, technology type stuff, man, I just get into that. So we were talking about artificial intelligence and machine learning, where the computer becomes the student and learns, and how many advancements have been made in the relative recent past 10 years or so. Like that game Go, that Chinese game, which is the most complex, difficult game, has the most number of moves, like infinite number of moves or whatever, and the very best human players in the world can no longer beat the computer, and the computer doesn't get any help or input at all from humans. It can beat the best Go players every time. And when they studied the moves that the thing made, they discovered that it was innovating. It was making up moves that no human had ever thought of before. This thing was outthinking humans at a fundamental level. And sure, that's just the one skill of Go. And that's fine. That's just the one skill. Okay, well, a computer, teach a computer how to do my taxes, or teach a computer how to walk across the room, or wipe my butt, or whatever the hell. People always bring that kind of stuff up. Like, these cars that can drive themselves, they're crashing into things and whatnots. And yes, it's because we're still early days. It'd be like poo-pooing the automobile because, your Ford Model T broke down or something. Sorry, pal, you lost out. So you can't say that because it works foolishly or not so well now that it will never be good, because it's increasing in ability exponentially all the time, and eventually the things that we laugh at it for not being able to do, it will be able to do better than us to such an extent where we don't even know what's going to happen. And Ray Kurzweil, he talked about the singularity, and how that's going to come right around 2045, he's thinking. And it might. And if it does, then wow. It might come earlier, it might come later, but it's coming. The singularity is coming. And what is the singularity? Well, that's when artificial intelligence will become so smart, it'll be trillions of times smarter than, imagine if you had a planet with 8 billion Einsteins on it, 8 billion Stephen Hawkings on it. They wouldn't even come close to touching how quickly this thing can think, how novelly, how innovatively this intelligence will be able to think. And nobody knows what will happen after that occurs. After machines or computers or robots, whatever, after artificial intelligence becomes a trillion times smarter than all humans who ever lived combined, what will that mean? Will they regard us the same way that we regard a virus or a bacteria, a microbe, something that we don't even consider? I mean, how often do you think of the little microbes living on your eyelashes? You don't. Will it get to that point where that intelligence will be so far above us as to not even consider us worth wasting 1 millisecond on? Who knows? Nobody knows. And a lot of us won't be here to see it, of course. We'll be dead. But the possibilities are endless, for good and for ill, just like anything, People 200 years ago, not even 200, let's say 110, 120 years ago, when automobiles first started coming out all over the place, people were mad at it because it scares the horses, or it's loud, or it breaks down, or this, that, and the other. There are all these reasons to be against it, and that'll never last. Or TV, TV will never take off. TV will never be a permanent thing in our culture. Look at it now. So I don't know what it's going to be, but man, just think of the possibilities. You imagine if you could. I know you're going to laugh and say you can't do that, but imagine if in the future, if you could copy your consciousness, all your memories, everything, copy your consciousness into an artificial shell of some kind. Let's say artificial intelligence yourself. So now you have a copy of you. And then you copied the copies and the copies and the copies, and you put them in 50,000 robot versions of you. And then you you as 50,000 of you, you decide, I'm going to go everywhere. I'm going to go to the moon, Mars, Africa, Eurasia, everywhere. I'm going to go everywhere, and at the same time be able to communicate and share that experience and have that consciousness, be aware of all of those places and all of those experiences at the same time, and be able to manage those things and not go nuts from it. I mean, wow. What if it were possible that you could learn an instrument and not just learn an instrument, but master, like become the John Bonham of drums in 10 minutes. But in your head, you will have the same depth of experience, the same depth of knowledge that you had, let's say John Bonham. So it's not just like I know how to do it and I don't appreciate knowing how to do it because I learned it so quickly, so I don't really appreciate it. To be the ability to actually create the appreciation because you have the experience memories as well. That's just, it's wow. Anyway, my brain is fried. I'm going in. My Kaylee 7, I'll talk to you later.